Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's collective tarot reading. Of course, you know me as the Shadow Seeker, and we are just going to jump right into the collective reading for today, starting with the What's the Vibe deck to see what it is that Spirit wants you to know and what Spirit wants you to hear. Okay, so our first card here in the reading is the Drowning card, and it says, over your head, overextended, and it says rock bottom. Immediately, I am feeling this really intense, submerging type of suffocating energy where somebody is really immersed or engrossed in some sort of connection that is really not serving their highest good at the present moment. This type of connection is all encompassing. It's encompassed a lot of your life. It's encompassed a lot of what you're all about. It's questioning your boundaries. It's really making you really question a lot of things in your life. But see, the thing is, there's this thread of energy, though, where it seems like even though you have this direct knowing or awareness of whatever this connection may look like with this particular person or group of people, it seems as if you have been ignoring direct signs or synchronicities surrounding this particular connection. This is what this third of energy feels like. And so it feels like you really have just sort of dived deep in to whatever this connection is. And there's a lot of really bad elements when it comes to this particular connection. We have the toxic card, which says drama, arguments, incompatible. So there's clearly something that is really unhealthy about this particular dynamic. And there's something here where someone is trying to force something when it comes to this connection. And this could be centered around some sort of core wound, is what it feels like. It feels like someone is trying to fill the void of something, even though there are clear signs that you are incompatible with this particular type of energy. Because whatever this energy is, it's a very deep, lower vibrational energy from the energy that you typically deal with on a day to day basis. We also have the clingy card. So it says old exes, dead relationships, old ways. So there's something here about repeating patterns. There's something here about certain threads of energy that feels really blocked or feels really stagnant. And that's because in my mind's eye, I can visualize a repeating pattern here. So there could be a lot of karmic elements or a karmic loop going on within this particular connection. It's really interesting that all of this is coming up because a lot of the previous readings as of lately seem to indicate something about a karmic entanglement. And that's what this feels like. It feels like there's some sort of soul lesson that's been carried on from the past with this particular individual or group of people. And it feels as if it hasn't fully been integrated or hasn't fully been learned yet. Okay, so we have a lot of direct messages from your spirit team, your spirit guides, the divine source, whatever higher power you connect with or resonates with you. It's a lot of direct messages here, and they all definitely apply to this particular situation. So, to start things off, we have the gratitude card, and the energy here, it says there's always something to be grateful for, even in the darkest of situations. Now is the time to recognize what is going well in your life and what you are thankful for. And I feel this immense, powerful energy here with this particular card because not only is the card a direct message saying be grateful for everything that's going on in your life right now, but I feel someone's spirit team really pushing through with the thread of energy that wants to say that everything that's going on in your life right now is not happening to you, it's happening for you. So there's a deeper purpose and meaning for everything that is going on right now in your life. Because I'm sensing that whoever spirit team this is within the collective, they are acknowledging that you're going through a lot of dark nights. You possibly could be going through a dark night of the soul, or just experiencing a lot of dark situations that are really questioning your faith in the divine and your faith within yourself and your soul's journey right now. And so this is definitely a direct message, a direct acknowledgement from your guides and your team that really is urging you to be still right now and just really be thankful for everything that's going on. Because again, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you, for the evolution of your soul, no matter how bleak it looks right now. And so our next card says, consider the options. It says, you've narrowed your focus to one desired outcome, and you might be missing a bigger opportunity. Open up and let the universe send you the highest possible result. Now, for some strange reason, and I shouldn't say strange, I'm feeling this intense, overwhelming feeling of love here. And so, if this is a love situation, a love connection, or if there's a lot of loving aspects to the connection right here, Spirit could be saying, and it's not that they could be saying, but they are directly saying that there's something that you're missing when it comes to the purpose of this divine connection here. And you could be trying to mask it because you're looking for a certain outcome with this particular individual. You're looking for them to fulfill something that is incomplete when it comes to your love life right here. And this is where you really have to take a step back and really be still. So that's definitely another direct message there. The next card says dependence, and it says there's something or someone you are clinging to, and it keeps you from stepping into your light. You have everything you need to succeed, and the only approval you need is your own. So this goes back to that clingy energy where it really seems like Spirit is asking you right now to really reevaluate this connection and really let it go, because it's definitely not serving your highest potential right now. This really actually feels like a roadblock type of energy. It feels as if something just isn't really quite right about this connection. But I get the sense and the thread of energy that you are very aware of what's going on, but you're just choosing to align to this lower vibration. Okay, and in tangent with that, we have the listen card, and it says, you're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. So, what's really drawing me to the listen card is the imagery here. We have this imagery of this fox or wolf archetype. And the symbols of the fox or the wolf would be cleverness, guidance, and ancestral wisdom. This is the strongest thread of energy that I'm feeling when it comes to this. And so, what I'm sensing here is that this particular imagery here in this card is symbolizing someone's spirit guide in the form of an animal, a fox or a wolf. And that could be really significant right now for someone. Someone could have a fox or wolf tattoo, or they could be seeing a lot of foxes or wolves at night. Or if they are really spiritually attuned, they could be seeing a lot of imagery during meditation of foxes or wolves. But a lot of that may or may not connect with most of the collective. So only take what does resonate for you. But here, this is a call to integration because you already know what Spirit has been trying to tell you. You have seen the signs. And so now it's time to trust your knowing over your fear. You have to make a clear decision to step back, walk away, or shift your course when it comes to this particular connection. You have been really ignoring a lot of these signs, is what it really feels like right now. And someone's spirit guide is really coming through right now. They are saying right now to trust your walk, let your silence speak, let your next steps align with what you already feel. Because I'm sensing that someone is really not in tune with a lot of their heart chakra energy or their inner knowing energy. They're blocking their third eye chakra. They're blocking their intuition right now. And so, right now, you definitely are being called to really be still and really take the messages for what they are because you have been receiving them. You've just been blocking them out. And I know that's very specific for someone in the collective. Now, I'm picking up this energy too when it comes to this fox wolf archetype. And this card actually looks more like a fox than it does a wolf. And so I'm picking up this trickster energy. So, whomever we're speaking to within this connection, this other person or group of individuals that you are dealing with right now, they could be really trying to cast illusion over you or bend the truth a little bit, or they could be, a trickster type of energy. And so they could be really clouding your highest judgment right now. And so, really, spirit or your guides are really asking you right now to move with cunning and grace when it comes to your interactions with this person, and that you're being asked to change form, to adapt, and not react to what's going on right now, especially when it comes to these toxic elements. But now I'm getting another thread of energy, and I just have to say that a lot of y'all's spirit teams right now are really active in this particular reading. So I'm really trying to channel the strongest threads of energy that are coming at me. But there's a particular person or group of people within the collective right now that are really embodying the shadow aspects of the fox. So right now, you may be using your cleverness to justify old patterns. I get this feeling, this strong feeling of hiding truth behind charm or disassociation, but this feels like more of the other person's energy that we're speaking of. But for your specific energy, there's also this thread where you're escaping accountability by shifting personas. So it's almost like you're untamed and reactive right now, instead of really being grounded and really being still. And there's also this thread of energy where somebody is really orbiting something. And this is really orbiting this karmic loop or this karmic cycle with this other person or this group of people. You're not really embodying your highest self at the moment. You are really in this energy right now where you're really incompatible. And when I say this right now, I'm saying it because I'm sensing this third party energy. A lot of you may have this third party individual, somebody that is really spiritually attuned, someone that is really spiritually embodying the highest form of themselves. They're really embodying their truest form, their most authentic self. And they have a lot of spiritual gifts, is what it feels like. They have a lot of wisdom that they often share with you. But right now, I'm sensing a lot of spiritual friction. I'm sensing that this individual that we're speaking of that's really toxic right now, this particular person that you are incompatible with, they are putting a lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas, a lot of ideologies in your head that the person that you are in connection with that gives you a lot of spiritual guidance, or they're very spiritually attuned, very wise when it comes to a lot of esoteric knowledge, and they often guide you as a lighthouse when it comes to your spiritual journey. They are trying to placate this person as if they are the ones that are toxic for you, that they're not aligning with you, that they are actually bringing you down. When the truth is, it's this other person that's doing that. So they're really using their gift of projection to do this. And unfortunately, it feels like you're falling for this energy because this person is so charming. They're so alluring right now. They're so enchanting, is what it feels like. They're so mystical. But all of that is just an illusion. And you can't see that right now because I'm sensing this deeper core wound. And it definitely involves a love situation. It just feels really deep, and I am getting a lot of threads of energy here. So I do hope that whatever is connecting is truly connecting for you. So only take what does connect and leave the rest for everyone else. But at some point, Spirit is asking you to take the reins on something here and really actually make a conscious decision that is actually going to put you into alignment with where you need to be. Now we have the break free card, and this card says you're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. This isn't easy, but it's very necessary if you're going to share your true self with others. Be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. This is a really beautiful energy here, and it definitely speaks to everything I just said before I read what this card says. So, this is definitely another direct message from your spirit guides, your spirit team, and the divine. The next card says, let it go. It says you're being asked to let go of whatever pain and resentment you've been holding on to. It's hurting you, and you can't fully be present in your life if you're holding on to this negativity. Release it and be free. That's definitely another direct message because I'm sensing many people in the collective that are holding on to old patterns or orbiting a lot of things that no longer serve them in the present. And you're being called right now to live in the present moment, not live in the past. So there's a lot of stillness that needs to be done. There's a lot of integration that needs to be done with some sort of core wound. And it definitely surrounds love. The next card is authenticity, and it says, be your divine self at all times. You weren't designed to fit in, break away from expectations, and fully express yourself in your own unique way, and you'll be a magnet for success. So, again, that's another direct message there. So, wow, I know that it's been like 17 minutes so far, and I know we haven't gotten to anything in the tarot, so we're just going to switch to the tarot really quickly. But these messages definitely needed to come out. They definitely needed to be heard because there's still so much more that spirit and your spirit guides want to say. So we're going to just draw a few cards from the tarot. Okay, so we have an interesting message here. So to start out with the tarot, we have the Lover's card. And this, of course, really truly represents beautiful energy, especially when it's upright. But we also have the Two of Swords reversed. And then we have the Empress reversed. And so I'm seeing here very clearly that there's this divine connection with this other person or this group of people, because I feel like for some of you, it's a group of people, but then for some of you, it's one specific individual. And so it really feels like there's a lot of confusion surrounding this particular connection. There's a lot of indecision. There's a lot of clarity that's really not there. So there's really no clarity at all when it comes to this particular connection because there's a lot of illusion. There's a lot of moments where somebody is blinded by something. There's a lot of stagnancy when it comes to something in this connection. But there's also this divergence. There's part of you that feels like there may be something that can transpire within this connection that can be really harmonious and really loving and really just, bring out the best in you. But there's really equally this other thread of energy where it feels like there's a lot of blockages, there's a lot of stalemates, there's a lot of arguments, there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of conflict. And it's really coming in very powerfully right now. And I'm sensing that the conflict and the tension really outweighs a lot of the good moments here within this connection. And I'm seeing it where you're not really nurturing yourself. You're doing everything you can to try to foster growth within this connection, but you're really not being in a stable, mature, emotional headspace right now, And that's what this King of Cups is really urging right now. It's urging you in this particular situation, this King of Cups upright, for you to come at this particular connection with emotional stability and emotional security and maturity when it comes to how you interact with this person or this group of people. But a lot of you are not really embodying this energy right now. And the more that you connect with this particular person, the more you actually choose to connect with this particular person. Because even though it may be a divine connection here, it's not like this is destined or this is fated to be, you know. There's many different ways that this can play out, but what I'm seeing here with the 5 of Pentacles, it really looks like this is going to play out to where you're going to experience a significant drain in resources in the physical. You're going to get depleted. You're going to feel really exhausted, really drained, feel like there's no one that's there to help you or really have your back, or you're going to feel really abandoned is what it feels like. There feels like this strong lack of energy and it feels really unhealthy. So there's a lot of toxic elements to this. And I'm also seeing you not really being in your most authentic light with the Queen of Swords. I'm sorry, the Queen of Wands reversed. It's this energy of exhaustion and just giving up with the 7 of Wands as well reversed. So it's really as if like you are fighting this endless battle because you're just orbiting the same cycle over and over and over again, and you're not seeing any growth or expansion, especially with this particular person, because we have here the Star card reversed and we also have the 9 of Swords reversed. So this person is definitely not doing anything to heal you right now, because there is this core wound when it comes to love. And instead of you choosing to heal it, you've chosen to embrace shadow elements. And you're not really fostering a healthy dynamic here. You're really engaging in a lot of the shadow elements of this particular connection. And it's not really looking good right now. And eventually, you're going to lose a lot of faith in the divine and within yourself as well. This is going to cause a lot of inner turmoil and a lot of deep-seated fears to really surface through. So this is really, really dark and just really powerful negative energy, a lot of lower vibrational energy that I'm feeling right now. But there is this glimmer of hope, though. There is this small thread of energy where it feels like even though you're grappled by a lot of fear, a lot of distress, it really feels as though that there's a thread where you may actually come out and actually recover through this entire experience here. And so it does feel positive, but this only feels like a glimmer. It doesn't feel like this is something that is actually really going to transpire until you actually wake up and make the conscious effort to do so. So I feel like this is where I need to end the reading. We are going to draw one last oracle card from the spiritual messages deck just to wrap up the reading here. Okay, and that message reads, we see that you are on the brink of a breakthrough that you have patiently been waiting for. A situation is about to come full circle. The lessons have been learned. This is a win-win situation for you. Trust that you are working behind the scenes to ensure the best outcome for you. So that's definitely a direct message from your spirit guides and from the divine. So there is actually a positive to this particular lower vibrational energy that has been circling, that you've been orbiting throughout this reading. So as long as you keep your faith in the divine, everything is definitely going to work out for your highest good. So with that said, we will end the reading here. Thank you for extending your beautiful energy to the collective reading. I am definitely wishing you lots of love, light, and happiness, and I will see you in the next video.